Hello and welcome to today's dynamic flow. We'll start today by laying on our backs, taking our time to come down, just like in our Shavasana, using this time to ground and feeling to our bodies, checking in with ourselves, breathing deeply, an option to place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, letting go of any narratives or thought patterns that might arise here, and just feeling into the present moment. Feeling your body rise with each inhale and fall with each exhale. We'll take a few more moments here in stillness. Maybe setting our intention for our practice. And then we'll bring both knees in towards our chest and start circling away from your body. And then back in, continuing this circular movement with the knees here. Maybe breathing in as you bring your knees in towards you, and breathing out as you circle away. And we'll take these circles in the opposite direction, making these movements slow and intentional, taking our time here to warm up through the hips. We'll start to slow that down, placing the left from the earth, starting to straighten out through the right leg, maybe reaching up as high as you can. Option here as well to bring that left leg out straight on the ground. We're going to make some ankle circles here with the right ankle in either direction. And taking the circles in the opposite direction, starting to warm up through the joints. It's okay if the leg isn't fully straight. And then starting to pull that leg in towards you here slowly, and then bringing it back out. Finding a little dynamic stretch here in the hamstrings. Bringing that leg in and out. Remembering to breathe. And then we'll bend that left knee if it's not there already. Place it on the mat. Start to bend through that right knee and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Option to stay here in your figure four, or bring the left knee in towards you. Either taking a hold of the back of the left knee or front of the shin. Option here to roll side to side. Wherever you are, making sure that you're externally rotating through that right knee, feeling that deep stretch in the glute. And then we'll bring it back to center. Drop that left foot down. Bring the right foot down as well, and straighten out through that left leg. Bringing your hands up to grab a hold of the calf or ankle. Option again to keep your right knee bent or extend the leg out long, making our ankle circles with our left foot. And then taking the circles in the opposite direction. We'll slow that down and start bringing that left leg in for our dynamic hamstring stretches. Pulling that left leg in and out. Feeling that deep hamstring stretch. Then bending through that right knee if it's not there already. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Option to bring that knee in towards you. Maybe rocking side to side in our reclined figure 4. Externally rotating through that left knee. And then bringing it back to center, dropping that right foot down. And then bringing both knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Then we'll roll back to front here until you can roll yourself up into a seated position. Hands come onto your knees. We're going to come into some seated cat-cows. So as we inhale, bringing the chest forward and exhale to round through the spine. Continuing this movement here, inhale forward and exhale round. Inhale coming forward, chest up, gaze up, exhale around. And one last time here. And coming back to neutral, we'll roll over onto our hands and knees in our tabletop. Extending the left leg out behind us, bringing that right arm up as well. Inhale to extend long through both limbs, and then exhale to curl the knee and elbow in together. Inhale back out long, and exhale to curl it back in. 2 more just like that. Inhale out long, engaging through the core, and exhale to round. 1 more, inhale, come forward, and exhale around. We're bringing it out long once again, and then dropping the hand and taking it to the other side, extending the right leg out long behind you, left arm comes out, inhale to extend out long and exhale to curl in, inhale out long and exhale curl, 2 more times, exhale to curl, inhale out long and exhale to curl. We'll bring it out long once again, and then placing the hand and knee back down, tucking our toes underneath for our first downward facing dog, lifting the hips up towards the sky, pressing down through all 10 fingertips here, dropping the chest down towards the thighs. We'll slowly start to walk all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift up halfway, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping up to the top of the mat here, feet together or hips width. We'll drop the hips and inhale, sweep the arms up high, bending deeply into our knees for our chair pose. Keeping the shoulders down and back here and taking a few deep breaths. And we'll bring our hands to prayer and start to bring them up and over towards the right side, bringing our left elbow to the outside of the right knee, pressing our hands together for a revolved chair. Chest is lifted up high, taking just a few deep breaths here. And then we'll step our left foot back, dropping the knee for a revolved low lunge, continuing to press our hands together in our prayer. Remembering to breathe deeply here. Then we'll bring our arms to the front, sweeping the arms all the way up, and exhale to cactus, the arms lifting the chest up. Exhale to round through the spine, bringing the forearms together and repeating this a couple more times. Inhale, chest up, gaze up, arms in cactus, and exhale, round. Inhale, bringing the chest up. Exhale, round, forearms come together. One last time, inhale. And exhale to round through the spine. We'll bring the hands down to frame the right foot, step the right knee to meet the left, and exhale all the way down to the belly. Pushing with your hands, coming up into a baby cobra as we inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. We'll slowly walk all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. And then coming up, arms all the way up to the sky, exhale, hands to heart. Preparing for our second round of chair. Feet either together or hips width apart, and bending our knees deeply as we come down. Arms stay up by your ears, and the shoulders are down and away from the ears. Then we'll bring our hands to prayer and bring them up and over to the left. Elbows come to the outside of the left knee, using the pressure between your hands to push your chest open. Just a couple of deep breaths here. And then we'll step our right knee back for a revolved low lunge, keeping our hands in prayer here, deep breaths in and out. Continuing to gaze upwards. And then we'll let go and sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale to cactus the arms. Inhale, lift the chest a little higher. And exhale to round through the spine, bringing those forearms together. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, round. 2 more times. Inhale, chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, around. We'll bring the hands back down to frame the left foot, bringing the left knee to meet the right. Exhale to come all the way down to the belly. From here, we'll bring our arms out alongside us, forehead down to the earth, preparing for our locust pose. Option here to keep the feet touching the ground in our first round. Wherever you are, pressing down into the pelvis as we prepare, and then we'll lift the head, chest, arms. Making yourself as long as you can, making sure you're not cranking up through the neck, maybe lifting those feet up as well. Gaze is slightly ahead of you on the ground. We'll start to let that go, placing one of your cheeks down on the earth or your forehead resting on stacked hands. Wiggling out through the hips to let go. We'll prepare for our second round here. Forehead comes back down, arms come out long, and then exhaling as we push up, bringing the hands, head, maybe legs up, out long. Continuing to breathe deeply here, bringing the shoulders back. And then coming back down, other cheek rests on the earth. Wiggling through the hips here to release through the lower back. And then from here, just rolling over onto our backs. Our legs come in together, rocking side to side. Then arms come out wide here, shifting the hips slightly to the right and dropping the knees towards the left. Maybe gaze comes over that right side. Keeping both shoulders here on the ground. And starting to slow down our breath as we start to bring our practice to a close. We'll then bring our knees back to center, shifting the hips slightly to the left, and the knees drop to the right. Maybe gaze over the left shoulder. A couple of deep breaths here, making sure that both shoulders are down on the ground. Then we'll bring the knees back to center, bring the feet just to the outside edges of the mat, and knocking the knees in together for a couple of deep breaths. Taking any last movements here before coming into our final resting pose. Maybe that's rocking side to side. Maybe that's a happy baby. Taking our time to come out long. Dropping the weight of the body into the earth fully. And letting go of any control of the breath. Feel free to pause the video here if you'd like. Otherwise, I'll call you back when it's time. No rush to come back. We'll start to bring awareness back into our bodies by wiggling through the fingertips and toes. And then rolling over onto one side in your own time, taking a couple of breaths here before we start to push down into that top hand and come all the way back up to seated. Hands come to heart center in prayer, taking a couple moments to acknowledge ourselves for showing up on our mats today. And taking a humble bow of gratitude for this beautiful practice of yoga. Thank you so much for showing up, and I hope to see you again soon.